Hello there, my fellow tech aficionados. We just got back from MWC in Barcelona, one of the biggest trade shows for smartphones and mobile tech in general. It was my first time attending this year, and the good folks from Honor invited us to Spain. And they not only showed us a few of their new products, but also organized some very cool activities to showcase what their devices are capable of. But I did not want to bore you with spec sheets and keep the AI talk light, so I decided to focus on their ecosystem for this video, since very much like Samsung and Apple, they do it quite well to connect all of their devices. And just in time for my arrival in Barcelona, my smartphone game got a very premium upgrade from the Magic7 Pro I've been using as my daily driver since our initial review a few weeks ago, and I swapped it out for the RSR version, which continues Honor's collaboration with the folks from Porsche Design. With this one, you not only get quite the unboxing experience and a pretty sleek looking design upgrade, but the RAM has been bumped up to 24 gigs, in addition to 1 TB of storage and a new telephoto sensor with a wider aperture. For everything that needed a bigger screen, I asked them for their Snapdragon-powered Magicbook Art 14. And to round it all up, we got the Honor Pad V9, a pretty budget-friendly tablet for those hotel-room Netflix hours, some earbuds with a pretty amazing party trick, and to keep track of my daily step count, I had the Watch 5 Ultra on my wrist for the whole time. As a disclaimer, Honor covered a part of our accommodation and travel costs, but had absolutely no influence on our content. And they did not see any of this before you guys. And with that out of the way, let's get into it. So how do all of these products work together, and would it be an incentive for me personally to buy into the Honor ecosystem? Well, how about we start with the Magicbook as the sort of centerpiece of it all. I will not go into detail that deep for this one, but we already reviewed it on the website. So if you are after our measurements and benchmark results, please follow the link up here or in the description below. To sum it up, this one is a very sleek looking, well-made and super light 14-incher, which I enjoyed quite a bit since I had it with me while roaming MWC for the past few days. It is one of the faster Snapdragon X Elite laptops, even though performance for writing scripts, articles and posts wasn't really my priority, and battery life is pretty amazing, if not class leading, and I really enjoyed the super snappy sleep and wake up times and much more reliable standby behavior compared to some other x86 Windows alternatives. When it comes to collaboration, the single feature I use the most is tethering my phone's connection to the laptop, so I won't have to rely on spotty trade show Wi-Fi and share the screen of my phone with my notebook. With Honor's Magic Ring feature, you can do this in a couple of seconds by simply selecting what you want to do and moving it to the device you want to connect to. This way I could not only interact with my phone without having to actually pick it up, but I could also seamlessly share files by simply dragging and dropping them between these two windows. This was especially handy since I took a ton of pictures with the Magic7 and wanted to use them for Instagram and community posts. Back in the hotel, the V9 came into play, since with the same feature I could either remotely control the tablet with my laptop's inputs, or even better, use it as a second screen for some more intense multitasking. Again, it all works pretty intuitively, and I did not encounter any weirdness, stutters or disconnects. And since the V9 is pretty small and light, it's an easy addition to your travel setup for exactly that use case. I also used it, of course, to catch up on the first season of Endo on Disney after work and on the plane going back home. It's actually been a while for me since I've used a tablet, but I will definitely make one a permanent addition to my mobile setup. The V9 would be a strong contender since it's actually pretty affordable and battery life seems pretty good as well. We are still in the process of running our tests, and I will add the link to our written review once it's ready. I just really wish it had an OLED, but well, at this price point I'm probably asking for too much, and Honor still offers the Magic Pad 2, which does come with a pretty awesome panel, so I might have to check out that one. Alright, let's talk audio. The earbuds open have actually been my first encounter with this sort of, well, open design. And while I get the idea and benefits of being able to be on calls or enjoy your music without being completely isolated from everything that's going on around you, it seems I really liked that sometime. But they do sound pretty impressive considering they basically sit in front of your ears compared to traditional in-ear offerings, even though you will have to accept some compromise. But the real party trick for these is in combination with Honor's translation capabilities, and you can use these to record your voice to translate in a ton of different languages. Ich kann also hier einfach zu Deutsch wechseln und in der App wird das in Realtime für euch übersetzt. Das Ganze könnt ihr euch dann auch noch vorlesen lassen oder gebt das Telefon oder einen der Earbuds einfach eurem Gesprächspartner.
So I can simply switch to German here and the app will translate it for you in real time. You can then have the whole thing read out to you or just give the phone or one of the earbuds to the person you are talking to.
So yeah, this way you can relatively easily talk with almost everyone without worrying about language barriers. Circling back to the watch, well, it's a smartwatch in the most basic sense, and I do not necessarily mean that in a negative way. Compared to what Samsung had on offer when we did our review for their ecosystem, the Honor Watch 5 Ultra really just sits on the sideline in a way. And personally, I used it to keep track of my notifications and as a sleek-looking fitness tracker. It does these things really well, and battery runtimes are simply insane. I charged it before leaving for Barcelona on Saturday, and now it's first day and I still have more than 30% of battery left. That said, your options to interact with your other devices are pretty limited. So for example, I was really missing an option to control Spotify while doing a workout, or maybe get some navigational input while roaming the streets of Barcelona. And before we wrap things up for today, I have saved the best for last, the Porsche Design Honor Magic7 RSR. And I will say it right away, this is a very expensive smartphone. And when it comes to the overall user experience, it's actually pretty much the same as the basic Magic7 Pro. But if you want something a lot more unique, this one is definitely a statement piece in a very subtle and premium way. In addition to the redesign, which looks awesome if you ask me, you also get a case and charger within the box. And it also gets a bump in battery capacity, which should add some endurance to its regular siblings' already very good results. As I've already mentioned, you also get some upgrades in the camera department, with a LiDAR sensor for better autofocus performance, even though, I have to be honest, I never really ran into any problems here with the Magic7 Pro, but well, I'll take it. And the telephoto also gets a new sensor and bigger aperture, so it should perform better in low light situations. Alrighty folks, that should be it for today. I really like Honor's approach to allowing their devices to collaborate with each other, especially when we talk about laptop, phones and tablets. They have also been talking about slowly but surely opening up the program to potentially include devices from other manufacturers. So for example, I would really love to see a Magic Ring app for laptops in general, so I can easily control my phone and transfer files and use an Honor tablet as a second screen while traveling. Apparently, they are also working on enabling you to share files quickly between phones of different manufacturers. And we are even talking Apple here, which would be very welcome since my girlfriend uses an iPhone, so it would be awesome to be able to quickly send her our travel pictures without having to rely on WhatsApp, for example. But that should be it for today. Please let me know what you think about the whole ecosystem idea and if it would be enough for you to consider devices from the same brand because of it. As always, thanks a ton for watching. Please leave your like and sub on your way out. My name is Alex, you've been amazing and I cannot wait to see you all in the next one. Take care.